Hi, good evening. I'm just sharing my link across the channels, so give me one moment. I'll be here. All right, I'm almost ready. Let me just close all that. Stop share. Hi, Jay. Hi, Sony. Hi, Ganesh. Hi, Jerry. Good evening. Ganesh, we had the Facebook trade, which was bad. I know. I felt the pain. Hi, Harry. Hi, Deepak. Hi, Bikram. Good evening, everyone. Hope you are living for one more day, surviving for one more day. We can trade for tomorrow. Hi, Ahmed. Good evening. Hi, Special. Hi, Nagesh. Hi, Bikram. Hi, Gurjendra. Hi, Ravi. Hi, Bala. Hi. Yes, there are trades which are bad. Facebook was one of them. It was really, really a bad trade. And my problem was that I got unnecessarily so many lots, which led to a big blunder on Facebook. Hi, Vivek. Hi, S. Patel. Hi, Jitin. All right. Good evening. Good evening. Uh, it was slow and steady, but it was a miss. It was a big miss after a very long time. But anyways, let's people come and then we'll talk what happened in the market today. Let's revisit what happened and where we are going from here. But it is pretty evident which regarding the Fed's balance sheet, which I discussed a few nights back. It was almost in line. Like I was expecting $120 billion balance sheet reduction, and they are about 95 plus. They are going to do a bond maturity. So roughly we are around that range, and market reacted to that. So we'll see what we can do with the market with all this volatility. It's killing both the people who are long or short. It's a market where you have to be very quick. It's like up and down in just few moments, and if you're on the wrong side, you're getting killed. So, all right, let me get started. So let's see what happened in the ES today. We did not do the session last night because we were thinking Bullard are going to say something. He did, reiterated what everyone was saying. It's hawkish, and market reacted to that. So now, if you look here, last time we were discussing that yes, 4581 is really important area, and we are struggling to break that today. And these are high Kenichi candles for now. Okay, so we came to 4581. We did a bounce from here in straight line. We are going up. We tried to cross this important area 4620 but failed. Then we had an evening star right there, dodgy, and now that evening star is actually coming into place. So there was a big sell-off yesterday, a big sell-off today, but it bounced. It bounced right from 4458 and it bounced from this area. See, it's not that these numbers are, or the market is bouncing by anything. There are good support at these levels. So in the afternoon, I posted in my Telegram channel that we are going up. Because if you see in the 30-minute candle, right? I'm gonna just clear this. And that's where I kind of got back into the game and tried to cover my loss, which I did for no reason. So if you see right here, it came down in the morning all the way to 44.44 at, this was the last point, 44.44.5. And this was a similar low from the yesterday. But the important thing was that the moment it did, it went up. It almost went up to 47.75 and failed. But it came back in the next candle to about 44.65, 44.66, where I went long in Amazon Tesla. I could have gone long in SPY, but this is where I went long. And the next few candles, because it was basing out of 4458. So you're trying to break it multiple times, but no, you're just getting a support there. So that was kind of a confirmation. And then it made the base flat, which gave me confidence to carry on to my positions in Amazon. I started naked positions in Amazon, and then I went on to make spreads initially, like for example, and this is really important for anybody who is new to understand how to trade uh, uh, options. Jeremy, I remember you took Twitter yesterday, but exactly, we need to move on. That's why I'm not focusing on Facebook, which was a bad trade. I'm focusing on the good trades and what I did with those trades and how I was able to manage. So people who have PDT or a small dollar amount, what I did was, come on, that Amazon, I took 31.35 call. I'm just giving you a real example. How to trade if you have low capital and how to keep on booking the gains so that you cannot stuck with PDT. So I entered into 35.35 at $24 when it was somewhere here. Okay. Then when it went to make 36, I sold 31.45. I started with one lot. I sold 31.45 at 29 roughly. I'm just writing 30. What it did was, my initial investment was 2,400. I am getting back 3,000. So I'm already getting back 600 of my gains plus 2,400 of my initial investment. I started with one lot. And my 600 is open because I have this spread. Again, it went down because market was so choppy. It came to 25 or 6. I think 26. I bought again. I sold that at around 34, 35 once again. Again, I got like $400 profit and my capital of 2,600 back roughly. So this way I got my capital and the profit locked. Now, when it went on to make 35.60, right? What I did was I sold 31.45, 31.55 for $5.70. So I also got 570 back. Now, what it did was it actually created a butterfly for me, 31.35, 31.45, 31.55. Now my net cost for all this is $128 and I have 4 of them. Okay, tomorrow, and all of my capital is back. Now tomorrow, somehow, if Amazon closes at 45, I'll be getting about 4,000 in return. That's how you can manage complex trades. I'm just sharing this so that you can use the information. Anybody has any clarifications regarding this, let me know. I will answer. This is the simplest way to handle PDT and keep on locking your profit without leaving any capital invested on the table. Plus, you're still in the game. Same thing I did with Tesla. Same thing I did with Nvidia. So this how I posted. I was in loss and I covered my loss. All right, let's come to the market now. So ES is bouncing right off this important area. If you look on the right side, 4446, which is an important area. It is bouncing back to back for 2 days. And it's coming to an area. I'll just convert them into now normal candles because we talked about the trend. This is an area 4500. This is an area 4506, which is the 12 EMA. So 12 EMA, it's trying to hold. It's not breaking out. Like for the last 2 days, 12 EMA was breached, could not be recaptured. Today it tried, could not recapture, failed. Tomorrow, if it fails, I think this time it's going to go down and it's going to complete the inverted head and shoulders, which is setting up right now like this. It is right here. The moment it breaks 4-5, this area, 44.95 area. Remember this number, 44.95 area. If it breaks this time, it's going to come down and hit 44.58. This area 44.46 has been hit once, twice. It will not provide the support. It will come and hit the 4400 and 4382 area, which for me will become an area for inverted head and shoulders. This is shoulder 1. This is head. This is a potential head and shoulder for 2. Here I'm expecting a very good bounce because it's a bounce from 23.6 Fibonacci. We have been rejected from 45.81, which is 61. Usually a rejection should come down to 23, but right now it's bouncing off of 38. So I am wondering if we can bounce again. If that happens, we have to cross 45.20 over the weekend close. If we do not have a 45.20 over the Friday close, I will not carry any long position, not even a single long positions. In case it loses this 44.90 area, roughly 90.95 area, just go short. This time market will not able to manage it because we have knocked the ball, like similar to 4458. We would knock the ball and we could not break it. We went up. Similarly, this time we are not able to break 45.20 back to back for 3 days. We're going to come down. We are going to come down crashing. And whenever the sell-off happens, it's very quick. So be very clean on that. 44.90 is the main area for ES. Okay, so let me just clear this up and go to the sheet and update my. So right now my bias is still short and I'm still neutral. I'm not positive in the market. This is still a market which is consolidating, choppy, and looking for a direction. So I will be buying above 4,506 or 5, which is the 12 EMA. My stop loss will be 4490. I'm just giving 5 points more. Target is 4520 and 4560 is the second target here. Yeah, 4560 right here. 4560 or 81. I'm still 40% there. And last time I mentioned 45.20 gone, just go and short it. The same thing is there. Now, instead of 45.20, 44.90. If it is gone, do not fight. Just sell it. Sell whatever you want. It's easy to sell. The short is still open. Sell below 44.90. Keep a stop loss of 45.05. Target will be 44.58. This time 44.46 will not provide the support. We're gonna hit directly 44.20, 44.05, 44.05. I'm still for 60 to 40% there. If we break above 45.20, I'll also mention break above 45.20, go long on a serious note. All right. Then we have triple Q. Triple Q got rejected perfectly. Again, like these numbers are very clean. 366 failed, created a gap, failed 12 EMA, failed 34 EMA, came, found the Fibonacci level, bounced. 350, 351 is an area where we should see the bounce. If it doesn't, it's gonna hit same thing. Like in case of QQQ, it's setting up almost inverted head and shoulders. I think we need one more positive, like a candle here will confirm the inverted head and shoulders, but I'll just wait to see tomorrow. Ramaya, I do not want to do NQ levels. I'm sharing everything. You can use that and create the NQ levels. It's too much information for me. So I'll be going long because it has recaptured the 12 EMA. So I'll be keeping a stop loss of 352. Stop loss of 352. I want to buy above 34 EMA, which is 353.75. My targets are 358. 358 is going to be a very good target if we can get that, and 366. No, there's one gap. There's a gap here at 360. I'm increasing this to 40% because today Amazon, Tesla did show some strength, but like when they start to fall apart, they'll fall more. So I'm reducing the short side on the QQQ to 60%. Sell, I think sell will be difficult unless we have a clear level. Sell is stop loss is right there. Sell below 352. And the levels, I need to extend my right levels. Yeah. I'm going to hold the extension for this one just to have clear picture. So levels will be 350 and 344. There's no middle level. 344. Recaptured. EMA. So that's on the tickers. Now let's do the scan just to see if we have any inside days. Like Costco today did my. But you know, I'll talk about that in the later. Costco hit my target of 605, which I gave a few days back. Now people on the Twitter are coming and posting all about that. We did discuss that 553 is a breakout zone. It's going to hit 605. It did. That's the power of Fibonacci levels and the regression channel. So cat has inside day. I do want to include cat. Guys, I need to update this list. So if you are interested for more tickers, let me know. I have opportunity to add them. So I'm keeping Apple, AMD, Roku, Baba, Twitter. I'm removing for now. CCL, Facebook. Bloody hell with Facebook. I don't want Facebook. I don't even want to look. This was the only green stock which I used and messed it up. So Netflix is there, Nvidia, UPST, Shop, Tesla. Tesla almost at 1046 area. Give me the stocks. Anybody's interested? I'm including cat. Moderna is always sell and rise, no matter what, just sell it. WFC, sure. Why I'm using cash? Let's see the stocks. Right now, market bounced. I'm not going to pick up target, W, or cost. They are good. I want to definitely pick AMAT. AMAT was relatively strong today. Again, like you're picking up stocks which are not going to move. Spot, Affirm, Starbucks, Rollbucks, no. QCOM, like I'm using AMAT, AMD, Nvidia. I think we have more than enough. Costco, it's done with our target. SE, instead of Lulu, I want to include SE for sure. Let me just see which stocks. See, you need to be very careful that if market reverses tomorrow, these stocks can fall really badly as well. McDonald's is there, Home Depot is there. I think we should keep Lulu. Let's remove Snow and bring in McDonald's. I do want to include HT. I think this is for now is a good list. We can talk about any. Guys, it's not like I'm looking for few. I have few now. Thank you. We can talk about them later on. Apple. So last time we talked about Apple could touch 169. Yeah, it was the area, and it almost came 169.85. I think it's gonna hit. It's making lower lows. It is going to be sell off again if it doesn't break out above 173. So I'm in sell below 172. Stop loss is 173.50. Target is 169.50 and 167.50. It has become sell on rise, but becomes neutral. Above 173.50. Long. So if it's a sell on rise. Like tomorrow, if it comes around 173, I would love to sell Apple relatively, because Apple is something. Again, I will come to explain about this at the end, the impact of $95 billion. Once again, I've done that a couple of times, but I'll do that one more time. It's a sell on rise. Stop loss is pretty confined. My targets are 160 and 165. I'm expecting that to break down confidently. But in case if market turns over, if market moves over 45.20, I would love to go long, but with minimum quantity. 177 is a very tough area for Apple. AMD, AMD almost hit 101 today. And AMD, if you, I'll show you on my charts, it came, and what it did is it made a doji. See, this was a rejection from the trend line, came down, wasting, and now made a doji. Tomorrow, if we go above this area, that will become a morning star. So tomorrow, if we have a move over 105, I think only then it becomes a morning star. Otherwise, it's a sell on rise once again. These companies are weak as of now, but the only thing is that they have spent enough time away from this EMA. There is a possibility it may try to test 110. So 103, it has made lower low. So trend wise, it's not showing me anything like clearly. This trend is pretty negative. Let me just check the Heikin Nishi. Heikin Nishi is still doing the flat tops and making lower lows. So it's not showing any significant signs of easing out. So I'll be still watching for it. If we can get around 105, again, if market goes down in the direction, 105 is the stop loss. And it's now still neutral. The targets are still there. I want it sell on rise. And I'm updating the stop loss. To this one. Targets is this one. I will only go long if 107.25 breaks. Otherwise, I will just sell in between this region. You might try to take a trade on the other side by going long at a smaller interval. Yes, but I would love to sell this. So I'm still neutral. I will only go long because you remember AMD, Nvidia did move to 275. AMD could not even cross 124. So it's relatively weak in the semiconductors, along with like MU, LRCX. So I'm going to change my mind if, again, I'm reading the price action. I'm not doing anything which I'm believing or I'm feeling. The price action is clearly telling me sell. It's telling me sell, I will sell. I'll change if it breaks above 107. That's it. 100 and this today's highs. Yeah, today open high was same. So AMD was sell as soon as it was open. Amazon 3166 was the area which it was trying to hold. It was the area it held beautifully in the morning, and once it broke, it never looked back. It could not recapture it throughout the day. Again, we are seeing some serious pushback from the 34 EMA, which is 3166 right here. If you see on this side, let me just mark it. This is 3166. I even did long this morning just to see if it could break out. It actually did move towards 3200, but failed. 3200 is a 12 EMA. That's why I emphasize that when you're using the 12 and 34 EMAs, these are really, really important. Right now it's going down. There's a possibility of a morning star if we can make, and we can hold this 3150 area. Otherwise, we are going down towards 3000. This is the area it can hit. The maximum we can go is 3238. As of now, 32.60. So Amazon, because it's like from a high Kenichi perspective, this is telling me sell. If I break it down to maybe 30 minutes, it's struggling in this area. It did capture 31.47, but it did not make meaningful move from there. So I'm going to go long only above 31.66. I'm neutral. 31.66 is an important area. Again, now I'm going to sell this 31.66. Stop loss 31.80. Target is 3100 and 3090. I'm just taking one target, but I'm reducing the 6%. Now you can definitely go long in this. Can go long above 31.66 with 31.47 stop loss. I'm clearly mentioning here that yes, if it goes above 31.66, there's a high possibility it might move. Targets will be 32, 38 and 60. In some cases where you are not sure, I do not put it, but in this case, I'm pretty much sure if it moves, it will move higher. But I'm still in the selling mode here. Roku is making lower lows and is in sell-off mode. Now, it's ready for a potential inverted head and shoulders. Again, it has to do something. It's getting ready. And if I change back to normal candles, I need to recapture at least 124 to make any positive move. So if today's lows, which is 112, is hold, we can go higher. But right now that's not a good trade. So I'm going to eliminate Roku for now. We can add WMT, Walmart. Last time we discussed Walmart, I gave you a target of 160. 157 is the regression channel top. It hit that, and it's a breakout, which is right there, along with Costco. Costco, I had a target of 605, which I shared to you all. This was a target, and this was 553 area, which we discussed very clearly, very cleanly, that yes, it's going to break out, it's going to break out, all this. Bang, 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 and boom, 612. Now there's a gap. If it holds that gap, that's very good. Now, next target is 689 for me on the Costco, which is a comprehensive, like 15% move from here. So I would wait for Costco to ease off a little, maybe come around 600 to trade. That's why I'm not picking up Costco. So if it comes around 600, 605, and then go up, I'll pick it up. Same thing happened with Target and Wayfair as well. They just moved. Good thing about Target is it has regained that positive momentum. It's clearly making a W, which is right there. So if you have to pick from Walmart, Target, or from Costco, I think we should pick up Target. As Walmart is already broken high, it's going into that direction. Target is still there. It has regained all the momentums. And test of support, it's holding this area. So 226 is a good TGT positive. 226 is a good support area. Buy near 226 to 228. Anything in that range. Like the best stop loss will be 223. And from a level perspective, the next level comes around 229, which is this area, which it I think hit today. 229.81, and look on the right side, right here, 229.72, which is the top area here. So it needs to be broken out. Then the next area comes around 236. So I'm looking for 236 on target. Again, I'm going to keep it 60. Super strong today. If it eases off, it's fine. If you really want to buy, the best trade is to have a stop loss of 223, buy near 225, 227 in this range. That's the best possible trade for Tesla. Baba, it broke down seriously from this triangle pattern and has filled the gap. This was the gap which I wanted. It should hold. It filled the gap. Trend is converging, I think, but it will not. It should bounce from here. Now it has filled the gap. It should bounce from here and continue to break out. This was the triangle pattern which we were playing as a bull pennant, and it failed. We came out of it. Now we should retrace from here and go higher. So I'm going to keep a stop loss of 104.39 and stop loss right here 103. 104.50. You need to buy above 104.50. Stop loss 103. Target is 109.75 and 115. 60% because now there's no buy the dip. It's a waste. I'll just convert that into blue to green. Caterpillar could not break 225 back to back, and it came back, tested 34 EMA. It's something which is similar to Costco. It's making an inside day, taking a support. I will go long on Caterpillar. I'm positive. It's an inside day, held the 215 area. So I'm going to keep 213.93, which is 34 EMA, 213.50 as my stop loss. Buy near 215, 216. Targets is 218.50 and 220. 220, yes. WFC JPM. Again, these are all, like, if you see, it's not a clean, but it's a head and shoulders. And it's a not even a bearish engulfing. It's an outside, not even an outside, because there's something here. I would keep a stop loss of 47.50 here. I'm just giving a neutral view on WFC for now. Stop loss of 47.50 because that's the regression channel, or 47.25 just to be better. Look for a target of 48.49. AMAT, I'm positive. EMAT was relatively strong today. Again, it got down, tested. This was the last time it came into this area and bounced. Now this is trying to make a morning star. The best morning star would have been a morning star where we have a move up this, but no, it's making good morning star. So it's a morning star on daily. So we should look out for this. I'm 80% positive on this because it's a morning star. Stop loss buy above 122.50. Look for a target of 128. There's no midterm target here. 128. So if market is strong, I think this will be the best stock. Stop loss should be 121.25. Okay, that's there. SE is coming back to the same area. Like these are converging, and it failed to break out, making lower lows, lower highs. It's not showing any strength or positivity, but it has bounced. If you see right here, it has bounced one time, two time, like three time in this area. So this looks an area where we could actually see a bounce. So I'm keeping a stop loss of 114 on SE. Buy near 115 to 116 on SE. Target is 120 and 124. I'm just rounding them off. Very small trade, but a potential good trade. Keeping it neutral and reducing it to 60. Google, this was the main culprit for me today. Such a thing. Again, similar to Amazon, Amazon tested the 34 EMA and could not hold on to it. It's making a perfect morning star. So if somehow we manage to break above 2740, it will become a morning star. So I am assuming that if market is positive, which it's showing right now, but the strength in the market will come when it will go above 45.20. Otherwise, it will become choppy. So I'm trying to take a trade here. 20 open at 27.20. So here I'm just neutral. The sell area is almost there, like 2700 almost hit. See, if I followed my own shorts here, all these shorts were massively good. Almost everything hit that area. The only thing is I was stuck in Facebook and that killed my mind. So Google, I'm neutral. I'm trying to buy near or buy above 2730. Stop loss should be 2710. 2742. 2775. And if you want to sell with 2745 stop loss for a target of 2665, 27, 2660. If you want to sell. Netflix almost at 366. Again, it came down to that important area of 354. It's set up for a proper inverted head and shoulders, but it bounced right from it. It's right here. Tomorrow, if it opens above 365, or if you want to buy above 365. Stop loss is 362, 371, 375. Neutral. And all these comments, if you see, they have clearly said all these things. Now, this is the breakout. It's possible potential inverted head and shoulders. Sell will not give you too much, just to be honest. McDonald's is holding the bounce breakout, and I think it's going to test at least 266 area to complete the neckline. So we should look out for 253. McDonald's is positive. Stop loss is 253. Add about 2454 by 254, 254.50. That's it. Target is 258, 264. Find the neckline for inverted head and shoulders. Microsoft is weak. Even if it did, but again, it came, bounced from it, made a lower low, lower high. It's a sell on rise. If you want to sell near 305. 305 is like it did all these levels. 305, sell near, let it rise, sell on rise. 304. Target is 301. 70. 299. It's a sell on rise. Nvidia did 240 and now it went even below 240. So if you remember, this was the evening star which we talked. So if you did a shot at 281, look here, there was no support here. It came down testing the regression channel. Inverted head and shoulders, 1 second. It is potential inverted head and shoulders, Ubrino, because in this case, the problem is if you consider this as your shoulder, the shoulder is equal to the head, which is not correct. If you ignore this and you consider this one and take this one, it still needs to come somewhere here to move up. It is still in this zone. It bounced from the regression channel. So there is a possibility it may bounce, but that bounce should happen for selling. That's why I'm increasing the price for this. Just if it comes to 305, sell at that time. Nvidia has a gap to fill, and again, if it has to bounce, that's the area for it to bounce. 242 is a regression channel, and trend wise, it's super negative right now. It's bang, 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 bang. It tested, like I did at 200 today because people are keep on asking me the 200 thing, so I added in the blue color. It's 237. So 237 is an area where it should bounce. If it has to bounce, this is the area for it to bounce. I am neutral for now in Nvidia. 237. Buy near 240, 42. Target for me is 250, 255. I did add puts on Nvidia 260 puts, but I booked them really early on that day. And those puts were like almost 6 times the price which I bought. UPST. So it almost hit 90. What area? 91. There's a possibility from here it may bounce because there's too far from the EMAs. So again, it's a neutral trend from short because it's too much short for now. Or you can say sell on rise if you want to sell, but it's too much for now. There are also gaps here. I'll ignore this UPST for now. We can pick up any other trade later on. Shopify. Shopify did my 625 target, which is right here. It was 695 to 625. It was bang on. So it did that. Now what should we do? It bounced from 625. It's trading about 644. It's again a sell on rise if it happens, or it's sell below 625. I would love to sell this around 670, 75. Sell on rise. 660 to 70. Stop loss is 680. Target is 666. Opta could not break out, now it's failed. So I'm eliminating Opta as well. We have space. Tesla. Again, Tesla got rejected right from the 1145 area, which I've mentioned multiple times. Inside a breakdown, went down, almost tested this regression channel. Now stop loss is very clear, 1048. I'm just keeping it neutral. Buy above or buy near or in the zone 1050, 1060. Stop loss is 1048. Target is 1084, 1115. It's a buy. I will also include the sell. $10.60. Target is 10.15, 976. I think it will be a biggest loser if market drops. Now we have two spaces, Snap. Snap has earnings in 2 weeks. No, right now just avoid this. Shopify, some news. I'm going to delete Facebook from my watch list as well. Let me do one thing. Let me share the link. If you have to add tickers, we'll add there. Let's talk and see if we can come out with something. Guys, come on the chat. Just don't be silent listeners. Come and talk. I'm spending my time, my energy. I'm exhausted. Like I've been working since 7:30 in the morning. Have not taken a single break. I just finished my office call at 10:30 and started this call. So I want you to come and talk. And I have to catch my train 8 o'clock in the morning. So I need 6 hours of sleep. Come and talk and let's get this thing done. If you want to speak, raise your hand and I'll allow you to speak. I'll open up the mic for you. Only 4 people. That's it. Pi is about, just divide the ES level by 10. Okay, if nobody wants to speak, that's fine. I'll just look at CRM. Let me read the comments. Oh. Hello.
Sikka ਭਾਜੀ ਕੀ ਹਾਲ ਚਾਲ ਹੈ?
All good to now.
ਭਾਜੀ ਤੁਹਾਡਾ ਜਨੂਨ ਵੇਖ ਕੇ ਤਾਂ ਭਾਜੀ ਹੁਣ ਤਾਂ ਨਾ ਇੰਨਾ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਵੀ ਚਾਹ ਚੜਦਾ ਕਿ ਵੀ ਆਰ ਇਨ ਕੈਲੀਫੋਰਨੀਆ ਤੇ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਮੰਨੋਗੇ ਨਹੀਂ ਮੈਂ ਆਫਿਸ ਚੋਂ ਫਟਾਫਟ ਨਿਕਲਦਾ ਕਿ ਤੁਹਾਡੀ ਕਾਲ ਹੈਗੀ ਆ ਕਿੰਨਾ ਲਾਈਵ YouTube ਤੇ ਆਣਾ ਭਾਜੀ ਥੈਂਕ ਯੂ ਰੀਅਲੀ ਅਪਰੀਸ਼ੀਏਟ ਜਿੰਨੀ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਮਿਹਨਤ ਮਾਰਦੇ ਹੋ ਨਾ ਸੱਚੀ ਦਿਲ ਰੂਹ ਖੁਸ਼ ਹੋ ਜਾਂਦੀ ਹੈ ਸਾਡਾ ਵੀ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਇੰਨੀ ਮੋਟੀਵੇਸ਼ਨ ਮਿਲਦੀ ਹੈ ਕਿ ਯੈਸ ਵੀ ਕੈਨ ਆਲਸੋ ਡੂ ਦੈਟ ਥੈਂਕ ਯੂ ਸੋ ਨਾਈਸ ਆਫ ਯੂ ਭਾਜੀ ਤੁਹਾਡਾ ਜਨੂਨ ਵੇਖ ਕੇ ਨਾ ਭਾਜੀ ਆਪਣੇ ਆਪ 'ਚ ਇੰਨੀ ਪਾਵਰ ਆ ਜਾਂਦੀ ਹੈ ਕਿ ਯੈਸ ਵੀ ਵਿਲ ਆਲਸੋ ਡੂ ਦੈਟ you know thank you really that means a lot thank you ji
thank you very much for all this like I feel ki like I speak in English because people are still there who don't understand
because the matter of the fact is like when I see that how much hard work since morning you are going for work after that you are taking office call then doing this live then Zoom call then again catching the bus or train oh my god that's too much You are great, Paji.
I do it because I love
a big salute to you.
Thank you very much.
You know, jado kuch karna hunda na, you have to go one extra mile, which you are doing. In fact, in real life, you are doing it.
Thank you, Paji, for your nice words. Gave me motivation to carry on.
So that gives us so much motivation. I cannot explain. Like we were never into this thing, but when I see you doing that thing, and I'm like. I too want to learn it, man. Doesn't matter what. Doesn't matter by profession how good you are in your profession, but I really want to learn this thing, you know. I was just chatting with my wife that where did you get this motivation? I said I met on Twitter a gentleman and he's doing all these things every day and I get so motivated that I want to see the live video on YouTube like how he explained how he got or he gathered all the information like that's too much and you know thank you Paji that means a lot really appreciate for your time man
you made my day it made me happy
thank you hope you understand like I cannot explain my words like hope you understand my feelings
yep I totally get that thank you very much for your kind words
thank you ji really appreciate bye for now take care
no problems thank you Yep, we would. Obrino, I will explain that $95 billion thing. Just give me a few minutes. Yes, Hubert.
Hi, Naval.
Hi.
Just like the gentleman just talked about, thank you so much. I know that it's kind of late in your area and you have to go, so I'll keep it quick. So I was looking at crude and XLE and Chevron and SOM. They're all crude has a double bottom on the daily. It looks like a double bottom.
The problem with crude is that it's not giving up easily, and it's not going up either. It will consolidate in this region, as I said even last time. 95 to 104, 105 is going to stay there. So if you're really interested to trade crude or companies related to crude, I think you need to wait for a breakdown or a breakout. Otherwise, you will end up only in choppiness.
Got it. The only reason why I bring it up is if you look at Chevron or ExxonMobil, they have a bullish pennant on the weekly and daily.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. They need to break out or break down. I love to trade crude because it's easiest money to make in the futures. But I'm reluctant to do that right now because it's very, very choppy. It's moving like, look at the ranges here in this chart. Usually in normal circumstances, crude is very nimble, like it moves $1 up, $1 down. Right now it's moving like $4, $5. And the problem with that is that if you are on the wrong side of it, your option premium will be vanished. And if you're on the futures, you'll hit your stop losses because you will have at least $2 of stop loss for a crude future in this volatility, and it will take that out. So I'm going to keep myself away from the crude for now. I'm looking for more of consolidation, maybe for some time, and then see where it's going.
Okay. Thank you, Naval. That's all I had. And you were right. If you look at Novavax or Moderna, they're all down. So I wish I took your advice on sell on rise and just kept on shorting these stocks.
Just short them. See, let me come back to that $95 billion thing. Because thank you guys for your unconditional support for me. Thank you very much. Love you all. So
thanks a lot.
I expected $120 billion, which I explained right before the Fed meet. What came out is $95 billion. People read it like that. Plus, there is bond maturity, which is about 2 trillion in the next couple of years. So this will take out a big chunk from the market, from the Fed balance sheet. And this $95 billion is divided into two halves. First one is 50 from the bonds market and 35 from the equity market or other asset class. And if you look in the month of March, I think somebody posted a report for the big fund investors. In March, they were roughly $37 billion inflow. Okay, that was the fresh money which came in. Now, if 35, let me go to Paint so that we can have a clear screen. I've just extended this, right? Now, this inflow is 37 billions against $35 billion of supply. So 37 minus 35, roughly 2 billions of new money. $2 billion of new money may not be enough for the market to go higher. But this is going to hit, and we may see some more choppiness, volatility. We may see some gaps which are there to be filled, actually get filled. Around 4,000 of ES and around 400 on SPY, 3,800 on ES and about 37 something on SPY. Those gaps needs to be filled, and they will be filled because there is equal number of, and in March we moved almost like 500 points from the bottom to up. So keep this in mind. You are not going away with volatility. It is not going to be one directional market. It's going to be the choppy market. It's going to be a market not for the swings. It's the day trading market. If you can, there's no need to buy leaps. This market is not for the leaps. Okay, so that's what's going to happen from $95 billion. Now, one more important aspect of it is they have not said that they're going to start with 95 billion. They said they will mature towards 95 billion. So they will start with 50 billion, roughly 50, maybe $45 billion. and move towards 95 by the end of the year. That's why market got dicey, because last time when it happened, it started with $10 billion. That's about 5 times, which is not good for the market. And if you see the charts between 2018 to 2019 March, when this thing happened, you will understand what I'm talking. All right. That's the impact of this market on all these things. All right, guys, let's quickly answer your questions. And I'll only take 10 more minutes because I'm totally boom, boom. Hi, Praveen. Go ahead.
I know all. Good evening. Thanks for spending time with us and sharing your knowledge. I completely
No problems, brother.
just said earlier. And I'm sure the loss you had today, you're going to make it up pretty quickly.
I already did.
Great, great. Yeah, I knew that. I didn't follow because I got busy in the afternoon.
I was 12 down. I'm now 3 down. So it's okay. 3 I can
Good.
cover.
Good. I was looking at Etsy. It's making a nice. I mean, it's already started coming down from a.
This is a bearish pattern. It's
Right.
it's the bear pattern. I don't want to trade this.
Even for a short. So
Not for a short, because it has dropped a lot.
Okay.
That I would wait for it to stabilize.
Okay.
The risk reward at short at this time, it's not much, but it's a bearish. It's a very
Right.
bear pattern.
Right. Right. And just like Hubert said, like ExxonMobil and Chevron, they are looking good, even though oil is choppy. The oil prices doesn't need to be like more.
These are refineries. These are the companies which are downstream companies. Okay. Now, problem with the downstream companies is they also need to have a good demand for their products. Crude is going up, their cost also goes up, but they pass on that cost to the industries and in case and to the consumers. With higher inflation, they will not be able to pass on those things to the consumers easily. So they need a ease of a consolidation. And Zoom is like ExxonMobil is a stock which can move like it's in the same range. That's about it. It's not going to move more than like 90, which it already did. So there are better trades than ExxonMobil. We should invest our money where we can see the returns quickly. If you have to hold on to your position and then wait for eternity, those are not good trades.
Okay, yeah, that's right, especially for options because time will kill the option premium.
Yes, Sabrino, I'm 100% sure you will see that.
Okay.
It's no problems. Sabrino, it's a cycle which is going to happen.
Yeah, it happened to me with Caterpillar in last couple of weeks. I held it and it was just going sideways.
Yeah,
I ended up selling
and the moment you will sell it, it will run.
I'm sure it will.
Tomorrow it will run, I'm telling you.
Right. Okay.
All right, thank you. Yes, Mr. Nagarjun.
Hi, Naval bhai. Thank you for doing this. I have a question on FedEx. FedEx on daily Heikenhashi shows that it's bearish. But if I'm looking at regular candles, it bounced at the same level at 203 on March 8th. And I see a gap at 210.
See, it's very clear. It's from 241 all the way to 203. It's making a perfect morning star, potential morning star. So I can add this in the FedEx list.
Okay.
FedEx, I'm calling it positive now. Buy above 205. Stop loss 203.50. Target will be 209. And then there's a gap, 211.
Yeah, I see a gap there.
70%. It's a morning star. Potential morning star on daily. Yep.
All right, but that's the only one I was looking at. Thank you, boy. Thank you for doing this.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.
Yes, Harish.
Thanks, Navaldeep. Thank you again for doing this daily.
Thank you.
I just have one question. You explained again today on that balance sheet reduction and Fed's plan to aggressively reduce the balance sheet, right? So does it mean like the bond market is going to come down as well, since they are going to redeem the bonds now and there will be a lot of supply in the market?
Yep.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, that answers my question. Thanks, Naval.
No problems. Al, you wanted to talk? I saw your hand.
Yes, Al. First, how are you doing?
I'm tired. Totally
Yeah.
tired.
Same here. I think we're both on the East Coast.
Yes.
So I was looking at some of the defense stocks. I was looking at Lockheed Martin and Raytheon, which is RTX.
LMT, I think I did discuss that with Jerry in the past, and he was trying to short it, and no, it never happened. It went on and on and on. It is looking at inverted head and shoulders, and it's getting up to breakout. But
And
there's a very tough line of 470 here. If it doesn't break that, it's going to come down. If it breaks 470-ish, I think it has a move. It has a move towards 560. This will be the time where all these companies, like as I said, Caterpillar, Boeing, all these companies, John Deere, they will move. Because they were never invested like this. Apple became $3 trillion when this company was almost $100 billion. And Apple was not even. So money will come into these companies. It's a cycle which happens. So that cyclical move is happening.
see, I had one more, which was KB Homes.
First, you were positive on LMT because it's inverted head and
Yes.
shoulder.
Yes. And RTX also is pretty much at working on all-time highs also.
Yeah. RTX I do not track, so I have no idea on that.
Yeah.
But this one is inverted head and shoulders. Yes.
Yep.
The other one you were saying, K Homes, what's the code for that?
KB Homes, KBH.
KBH.
I saw a pretty big flow order earlier, and I was taking a look. So it looks like it may be setting up a
It's setting up a morning star.
morning star. Yep.
Yep. So move over 3150, you should be on it.
Yep.
If
That's
it
all I had.
holds 3150, yeah, you should have a target of 33.
All right. Appreciate it.
Hi, Ahmed.
Hi, Naval. Thank you for another great session. I think Costco really paid off well for me today, especially when you mentioned that after anything above 570, it's going to be 600. So thank you for that. I have a couple of questions, Naval. So one is it true that whenever a particular sector is going up, most of the large scale stocks will go up? For example, I have observed a couple of times. I may be right or wrong because at the very earlier stage,
You are asking a very silly question.
Okay. Just because Costco, Target, Walmart.
Let me answer you.
Sure.
All these indexes, right? They are made of individual stocks. If index is going up, these stocks have to go up. Otherwise, index will not move up. Index is made of the big company. That's the market. If you do not understand that, then you should read more basics. Because if you don't know, Nasdaq has 100 stocks, and in Nasdaq, if Microsoft, Apple move up, they will move the market because they are the biggest component of that. If 50% is down, it doesn't matter if these two are 4% up because their weightage is higher. You see, their weightage is higher, right? Google, Tesla, Amazon. If these 5 companies move up, Nasdaq will move up. Costco is like 4% up. It will not move the Nasdaq up. So it doesn't mean that yes, if index is up, everything will move up. Index is up if the larger components are moving up or smaller components are extensively moving up. Got it? Let me unmute you. Did you get
Yes,
that?
got it. Yes, got it. Thank you. I mean, this was more of like, I think maybe very initial stage. I'm grasping everything.
This
So
is something like nursery of the market. If you do not know the index, you should not even come to the market.
Sure. The other one is like, I think before I come into this group and everything, right? So there were some speculations about the stocks, for example, some of the very small stocks, IXHL and
I don't
Sophie.
trade them. I don't.
Right.
No,
So what would you suggest by, like, I got like 100 shares, it's in like 300 or 400 loss. I should I just like sell them and get whatever and I get and invest on the bigger ones, what we discuss, or just keep it as side and whenever the market comes up, sell for any small profit and take it? What would be your suggestion?
These small companies have no reliability. They may become double, they may cut down to 5% of what they're right now. So I do not trade them. I have busted myself in them too much. So I do not have any advice on these companies. It's wrong you entered in these companies. So it's a choice to take a loss and get out or stick with them. I would never invest my money in these companies.
Sure. I realized it now after joining all these calls and everything. But I think earlier in the days where we were seeing the smaller stocks, speculating that it will go up, then go and invest and it went in deep trouble.
No, people on Twitter, they keep on saying that, yes, this is their research, this and that. What they do is by calling so many people, they try to play, they try to sell off their positions and that's it. And that's why they keep on saying we are early in the market because you were bloody people who were there who actually had that stock and now you're distributing. So there are many people who do that. I'll not name that, but there are many people who do that. I do not trade all those companies. I trade big companies. They're more than enough for me.
Sure. Yeah, I mean, I realized it now after the different, everyday calls that I'm joining and the posts you are making. So thank you for that. I think it's a good learning. Probably learn and not to repeat it in the future.
All right.
Sure. Thank you.
No problems. Yes, Praveen. Last.
Hey, Naval, somebody asked about the bond market. So not today, but some other day, if you can talk about the bond market also, because one thing I've read is equity markets follow the bond market. So if bond markets are...
No. Bond market is at least 10 to 15 times bigger than the equity market.
Right.
Bond market has different like parameters, like it's more it's into the longer term risk. Equity market follows bond, not always. In sometimes, yes. Some specific days, yes, but not always. Yields, which they are talking about now, which is the interest rate on the bonds, it's the return of interest on the bonds. It's something which is normal if you go back to 2018, 2017. It is very much lower if you go back to 2013, 2014. Because there was so much of money which was invested into the market just to keep the rates zero, that if the Fed is giving you a 0% interest rate, how can they give you more return on the bonds? Because it runs hand to hand. If the interest rates will be higher, yields will also go higher. There are relationships. We can talk about that maybe in some other time, but
Yes. Right,
it's going
right.
to take time to understand bonds.
Yeah, if you follow any bond rates and stuff, then would like to discuss that some other day, not today.
Sure. All right, guys. Thank you. Let me just read your comments. I'm not taking any questions anymore. Let me just read. LMT, we talked about this, Jerry, that it can go up. It went up. I use TDM, no, TOS, TDM rated. Thank you. I was like that in my soccer game. I'm playing coaching. I did not understand, Miss Kaur. Dilip Kaur, economic calendar bunch. Not tonight, maybe tomorrow. Thank you, Nitin. Thank you, Manoj. Thank you, Jess. Thank you, General. Thank you, Raj. Thank you, Saneet. Thank you, Harish. Thank you. You can watch the butterfly strategy. Thank you, special. Raghu, you need to have a Zoom account to log in. I do not allow unauthorized accounts. Dilip. Thank you, Mr. Rock. Thank you. Crowd and CRM. I need to do these two things and I'm out. CRM failed, created the gap. Now it's holding. It also has gaps which it needs to fill. If I go back to 5 years, there are certain gaps which needs to be filled. One is certainly filled, which was here. There's one gap, Bikram, which has never been filled. It's this gap, and there's a gap at 136. So there's a possibility, Bikram, if it goes down, it can go down to 136. Right now, it's trying to bounce, but it's well below the long-term resistance. Trend is negative. CRM is sell on rise. It could not break 219 multiple times and then bang on. It went down. We have crowd. Crowd is up. I don't know why. There's something news on it. They got some contract, something like that. A move over 227 should be good. It's trying to break 227. So I can add this into my trade. Crowd. Looking positive. Buy above 226.7. Stop loss will be. Or you can do one more thing. You can take a stop loss of 225. Again, crowd is a big mover. Keep an eye on this. It has a target of 239. It can easily do 239 and 249. 60% news on contract. All right, that's done. We discuss all this stuff. All right, thank you very much. Good night. I'll see you maybe Sunday evening. I'll post this information. If you get time, please retweet, please like, and try to get more and more interactive.